Hi, my name is David P. Shapiro. I'm a San Diego-based criminal attorney. I'm also the owner and managing partner of the law office of David P. Shapiro. And today I want to talk about a statutory rape defense in San Diego. What are the most common ones? What are the most effective ones that we use? And what are the most common and effective ones that you may be able to use if you or a loved one are charged with statutory rape? Well, first let's talk about what is statutory rape. Statutory rape is when someone is under the age of 18, they have sex with someone who's over the age of 18. Okay, so it may be a situation where, you're a freshman in college, your girlfriend's still in high school, you come back, she's 17, you're 18, you guys have sex. For whatever reason, she or her parents, somebody finds out about it, reports it as a crime. What's going to happen to you? Well, you, in all likelihood, are going to be charged with a crime, whether a misdemeanor or a felony, to be determined. But what happens in situations where you might not know the person too well? Or maybe you meet on social media. Or maybe you meet at a party. What's your defense? What do you do? All these people talk about, well, it's a strict liability defense. There's nothing you can do. If she's under 18, she's under 18. Well, that's not really true. There's something known as a good faith belief that the alleged victim was actually 18 or older. So if you're able to show that you had a good faith belief that they were 18 or older, or actually more accurately, if the prosecution can't show and can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you did not have that good faith belief, then you have a good defense. And you might actually be able to beat the case altogether if you keep your mouth closed and if you have a good attorney. So how do people get in trouble and sort of destroy any good defense they may have in these situations? By talking, by admitting and saying stuff like, well, at first I thought she was 18, but then she told me she was a senior in high school or a junior in high school. And then I knew, but it was too late. We already hooked up a couple of times. Well, no, you just lost your defense because you're talking, because you're giving the prosecution or the police elements of the offense to convict you based on what you're saying. You're admitting, oh yeah, I saw the social media profile where they said they were 17 or they were talking about applying to college in 2 years. Look what you've just done. You've just undone your defense. You've just sealed your fate for a felony or a misdemeanor conviction. And quite frankly, whether you're 18, whether you're 68, you don't want to be labeled as someone who committed rape under the law. And although statutory rape is a different subsection, statutory rape in California and is prosecuted in San Diego under Penal Code Section 261.5, it's different than your normal rape statutes. It's still rape. It's still a sex crime. It's still taken seriously. When you have so much at stake, you have to protect your freedom. You have to protect your future. Now's not the time to apologize. Now's not the time to make statements thinking the cops are going to be your friend and they'll give you a slap on the wrist and you'll be able to move on. Now's the time to make a move and contact and ultimately hire the best locally experienced criminal defense law firm in San Diego you can possibly afford to protect your freedom, to protect your future, to protect your reputation. My firm can be reached 619-295-3555. We have a significant amount of experience, a significant amount of success handling statutory rape cases in San Diego, and we hope that you give us a call.